Hello, welcome to another video in our DevOps Digest series. This week we're talking all about software security and what that can mean for you. So obviously software security is a huge topic in the industry and you always want to make sure your software is secure. Hackers can get into your software in numerous ways. There's buffer and stack overflow, there's common injection, SQL injection, all common ways in which hackers will try and gain access to your system. And obviously you want to be able to lock that down as much as you can. So buffer and stack overflow are ways in which you get into the heap of your memory by adding extra bytes in, which are going to be that malicious code. SQL injection is a way of passing malicious SQL data or SQL commands through credentials, login page, something like that. And that's a way of injecting that code into your software and then potentially opening up a backdoor. So really, well, what can you do about it? Well, good programming techniques is the way to solve this, and that can be whether you've already written your code and you want to go back and check over it, or you actually, during the life cycle of developing, you then make sure you're not using bad components. So 78% of companies are going to be using open source components. They're going to be pulling those down from things like GitHub and the Maven repository, and their developers will be building your software around that. Then how do you know those open source components are good? Well, this is where you would have a tool such as the Nexus platform, which is going to sit in and it's going to continuously monitor everything your developers are doing, and they're going to tell you whether they're using out-of-date software, whether they're out-of-date components, whether they're using components with known vulnerabilities. And then there's also through one of our partners called Checkmarks, which is actually it's going to go back over your existing code that's already been written, and it's going to tell you the vulnerabilities in there as well. Now, Equifax is a huge example of someone who was too late to patch their software. They used the Apache struts component, and that was compromised. And effectively what happened now is, I think the current count is 146 million people's details that have been leaked, and it's cost Equifax upwards of maybe nearly 200 million. So people are still downloading these struts vulnerability, and developers probably might take the approach that actually it's not their responsibility. But really things like software security, and even with GDPR coming in, it should be everyone's responsibility, and someone in the organisation probably needs to take charge and implement some of these tools to make sure that your software is secure and you are not going to be the next Equifax. So if you want to find more information on software security, feel free to get in touch through the link below. I'll see you next time. Thanks from the DevOps Dino, Craig the Basketball, and Spot the Dalmatian for watching this video.
Join us next week to learn about the 6 reasons why you should be adopting a DevOps culture now.